Panama is headed for the presidential elections on the 5th of May. Just 2 days ago, its Supreme Court had announced that the front-runner presidential contender, Jose Raul Moleno, who was at the risk of disqualification, is now eligible to actually run for the top job. The court's rejection of the constitutional challenge to the candidacy of Moleno has removed the element of uncertainty in the Central American nation's unpredictable presidential race. The Panama's electoral rules do not require a runoff, so the results of the polls will be final. And there are 8 candidates that are set to appear on the ballot, but there are 5 front-runners. And here are their profiles. The front-runner Jose Raul Moleno has 30% voter intention in opinion polls. He replaced the country's former president Ricardo Martinelli in the month of March, who was sentenced to 11 years in prison for corruption and money laundering. The Panama's former leader is now backing Moleno via social media for the Nicaraguan embassy, where he has taken asylum since early February. The survey showed that the 64-year-old has inherited his former running mate's popularity, and with court removing hurdles to his candidacy, the 64-year-old is vying for victory. He has served as the deputy foreign minister in the 1990s as well as the interior and the security minister during Martinelli's administration between 2009 and 2014. The 59-year-old lawyer, Ramiro Ruiz, is running for office for the second time, and most opinion polls have ranked him as the runner-up. He was the partner of the law firm Morgan & Morgan and represented the Canadian miner First Quantum Minerals in the country. Ramon once headed the authority that governed the Panama Canal. He made tourism and logistics his priorities while pledging to create 500,000 jobs. The Martin Torinos is the son of the former Panama President Torinos, who persuaded the United States to cede control of the Panama Canal in the 1970s. Torinos made the waterway the centerpiece of his administration during his own first presidential term, from the years 2004 till 2009. He then held a referendum to decide on its expansion. He also sealed Panama's first free trade agreement with the United States. His son now aims to broaden the canal's operations by making it the country's water resources manager, and also plans to spend $19 billion on 40 infrastructure projects, as well as creating as many as about 165,000 direct jobs. The 50-year-old lawyer, Ricardo Lopez, is running for the presidential job for a second time. He's prioritizing modernization of Panama's institutions and fostering sustainable economic growth. He served as the consul general at Panama's embassy in the United States. His campaign, however, is receiving a lot of backlash for opposing same-sex marriages. The 40-year-old current vice president of Panama, Jose Gabriel Kito, intends to keep his ruling Democratic Revolution Party in power. But what's also interesting to note is that no Panamanian party has held power for consecutive terms since the 1980s. His administration is promising increase to the minimum wage and building a dry canal that will link the Atlantic Ocean with the Pacific. And Cortizo's administration struggled to handle the COVID-19 pandemic and inflation. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.